I was studying a play in college. The play is called All My Sons by Arthur Miller. Quick rundown of the play. The main character was supplying airplane parts for the current war, and he found out that his parts that he had made were faulty, and he had a decision to make. Do I send the parts out, or do I recall the parts? And there was a lot of moral decisions and back and forth in his brain about what he should do, because ultimately he wanted to do what's right, but he needed to support a family. He needed to uphold his name, all of these things that involve, owning a business. And he ended up sending those parts out anyway. And 21 pilots died because he did. Well, how do we kind of apply that to us as individuals and as a band? We're constantly faced with decisions. There's the right decision and the wrong decision. And a lot of times, the right decision takes more work, takes longer to see benefit. It's the long route. And we just know that in order to get to where we want to be, sometimes we have to do what we don't feel like doing, and it takes hard work, and the band name is a constant reminder of that.
Now is the climax to the story that gives the demons and angels purpose.
I love stories. I love being able to dive into a story and write from that perspective. I wanted to create a world that I could go into and write from, and I could control the exterior.
Because a kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, okay friend? Are you searching for purpose? Then write something, yeah, it might be worthless. Then paint something, then it might be wordless. Pointless curses, nonsense verses. You'll see purpose start to surface. No one else is dealing with your demons, meaning maybe defeating them could be the beginning of your meaning, friend.
There was a moment in time where I wanted to put more emphasis on why we're supposed to leave Dima. There's a religion inside of the city of Dima called Vialism, and there's kind of the secret of why Vialism is not good, basically. And when you discover the secret, it is the reason why you would want to leave Dima. But it takes a while to discover that secret. I went home and I started coming up with this world, and it started to consume me. Is all I could think about. I know every aspect of this world. I know what the weather's like in this world, and I wanted to go there and write from that place.
I'll never be what you say inside. You say I'm not alone, but I am petrified. You say that you are close, as close the closest star. You just feel twice as far. You just feel twice as far.
I know that we all, as individuals, understand we're insecure about certain things, but where our self-awareness starts to dissolve is when we start to try to understand how those insecurities affect us every day. How do we compensate for it? And so to better understand those insecurities and how they were affecting me, I wanted to create this guy who had a name, a face, a seat at the table I could look across and really address them. Blurryface is a character. I like to say I'm in a different dimension.
The ultimate goal is to defeat this character.
I've got two faces. Blurry's the one I'm not. I've got two faces. Blurry's the one I'm not. I need your help to take him out. I need your help to take him out.
In the city of Dima, the vulture represents so much to the inhabitants of Dima, because it's one of the only creatures they see that leaves and comes back. And it almost becomes a sense of inspiration to see that vulture leaving the wall of Dima and being able to fly wherever it wants, and yet it still comes back. And so if you're from Dima, you look at that vulture as kind of something that represents who you want to become. Vulture represents a lot of the religion that's involved in the city of Dima, and is important to its existence. And so in a way it kind of has this double meaning of inspiration, but also kind of evil as well.
Steady. Lower. Heavy. I'm so
I am trapped, stuck in a cycle I've never been able to break. I want to believe this is the last time, but I don't know for sure. I am a citizen of Dima, a circular cement city in the lower portion of an otherwise wild and green continent trench. We aren't allowed to go out there. I am an escapee, getting better at it with every attempt, but they always find me. Blurryface is what he calls himself. He's the leader of the 9 bishops who govern the city. Vialism, this religion that the bishops are basically in charge of. Vialism, when you figure out what the theology of vialism talks about at the very end, it's that your goal in your life is to eventually take your own life and try to impact as many people as you can with that act. And there's a reason why the outside of Dima is all graves. The way that it's presented to people who live in Dima is that this is a good thing. Like, this is what your goal is to try to impact and affect as many people as you can, and then ultimately, this is your final act. And for someone in that position trying to realize why this doesn't feel right, they slowly start to see that there's another option. There's another way. That's so wrong that I need to leave. We call it seizing. The rules are that you can only seize or control a dead body, and only for a short while. Also, they, the bishops, are the only ones who can do it. I saw them. They watched me. The banditos. Legends, only stories of a group that lived out here. Shortly after being back inside the walls, my new people got me out. They needed me for something. They brought me in, taught me their colors, but the cycle was too strong. I was given a gift, thought to be extinct. I now had the same exact miraculous power they wielded from their towers. I am returning to Trench. I am Clancy.